What's up everyone, welcome to a new video. This is the LARK 150 and it is a wireless lav system. Josh, come here. So my friend Josh from Momentum Productions is actually wearing the other lav. Check this thing out, talking to it.
What's up?
And it's got a wind filter. TLDR, this thing is powerful, it is cheap and compact, and it's versatile. So you can simply click this on anywhere you want, like right here. And then he has a mic. And then also I can connect a lav to it if you want to use a lav. So let's get started with this video. I don't know what to do next. I have the lav attached to my LARK 150. And Josh, what do you got?
I have the actual transmitter attached to me.
Yeah, so he is using the built-in microphone. So this is kind of a test to see the sound quality. Do they sound different? What do you think?
They should sound the same.
You think they'll sound the same?
There'll be a little difference, but I think they'll be very, very close.
I am curious though, because as you can see, if you come up closer to the camera, you actually put a wind filter. And when you buy a LARK 150, you actually get a kit that comes with 2 lavs and the wind filters built in.
It's true.
So I want to tell you guys why I love the LARK 150. It's small and portable, but I can use it in my own YouTube video. So yesterday we were actually shooting with one of my shuffler friends and we created this sick video. I'll link it in the description down below if you guys want to see a BTS of how we shot that. But the entire audio was from a LARK 150. It's a pretty powerful device and it's clean. Typically when I want to shoot something cinematic or like a cool B-roll scene, I'm like looking at these brush right here and I'm like, I could totally take this camera and literally spin it right through here and create that motion that I want. Because I want to like spin the camera, ultimately get really low. Because right now it's just about capturing the scene and seeing what it looks like. But if your knees are bent, like when you're shooting, it is so crispy. So I'll show you an example. Like, you ready? There is no limit to what you can do. I am hands-free from the mic. As long as you have a secondary shooter with you, I can actually show you guys and give you an inside scoop to what I'm working on with my camera, as well as you can see the environment that I'm working in. So for example, if Josh, you go over there and I'm like talking about this sick shot where you're panning up to a sign, I'm explaining that you wanna put these 2 fingers down here and tilt this up and then slowly film that sign and then track to the left and right. I can do that because the LARK gives you that wireless capability. So it's time to do a range test for the LARK 150. Now they say it is good up to 100 meters. And now 100 meters is all the way down there towards that like little fire hydrant thing. So I'm gonna jump on the one wheel and see if it actually works. No, I am invincible. Can you still hear me, you know? I don't know. 50 meters. Pretty far away, but it should be crystal clear audio. Today's sponsor is Momentum Productions. I linked his video in the description down below because we made a video together and I want you guys to see it. So let's see, I am going, and we are now at 100 meters. 100. What's the battery life? Well, let me tell you. So the transmitters, there's 2 of them. The 2 little guys, the little squares, you get about 3 to 4 hours with that. And it's pretty good, but I wish it was longer. When I'm shooting long days, which are like 12 hours, I have to keep charging this. But that brings me to the best thing about this. It has a case, and this case is a small black box, and you can actually charge and recharge your receiver and transmitter all within this box. Now, the receiver itself has a battery life of around 8 hours, and that typically lasts me all day. So when I'm not shooting or I have a long break, I typically just pop everything in the case and it charges everything up so I'm good to go. I think now we need to compare the LARK 150 to a system like the Sennheiser AVX. The Sennheiser AVX is around $700. Now that's more than double the price of the LARK 150. The LARK 150 comes in at $329 currently, but think about what you're getting. With the LARK 150, you get a charging case. It'll charge both of your transmitters and your receiver all within this case. You can actually see what the battery levels are on the entire system, which is great because on my Sennheiser, I can't do that. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons. So immediately, the #1 con with the LARK 150 setup is that there are no removable batteries. Now with the Sennheiser, you can actually remove these batteries and charge them up. So you can have an unlimited amount of play when you are out shooting. Now this only comes into effect when you are shooting long hours. Like for example, some of my film shoots would be 12 hours all day. Now when you're shooting with the LARK, thankfully you can actually just swap between both transmitters. So then if this one dies, I can put it back in the case and pull this one out, and it links automatically to the receiver. And it's nice because on the actual receiver itself, I can see the battery levels of my transmitters. So I know when I'm getting low. That is a huge pro for me. Oftentimes, I prefer using the LARK 150 setup because I can't always take the time to mic someone up. If I'm trying to get a raw moment of something happening, I always love just running up to someone and clipping this on them, and then that's it. That's all I have to do because I don't have to worry about miking them up. I was like, hey, can I clip this on you real quick? That is the #1 pro for this system. Also, it is nice that I can actually use 2 transmitters. Having 2 of these guys is incredible. So when I'm doing a mic up feature where I'm featuring, like, let's say 2 coaches at the same time, I can actually mic both of them up. So when I'm filming them, I can swap between both of them and get both of their audio. Now the LARK is pretty nice because you have a couple settings that you can change on here from mono to stereo, and you can even set a safety track so that the right channel is actually recorded at a lower level, so then you can save your audio if it clips. However, this brings me to what I don't like about the LARK 150. I can't actually decrease the output or decrease the recording level minus -10 decibel. Sometimes it would just be too loud. Like if you're just yelling like la la la, sometimes I feel like that audio is too high. Like give me some more room, and if you guys can come out with an update to let me record at like -30 decibels, I would love that, because once an audio's clipped, there's no saving that. However, I don't really experience that much with the LARK 150 in my testing. Now I've mentioned battery life before, and it is kind of a bummer that these guys only get 4 hours. I say only, but look how small this is. It's tiny. If you compare this to this, obviously this guy is tiny. So the AVX system will actually get you around 15 hours, which is pretty great, but it has a removable battery. Now the LARK system will get you around 4 hours. However, you can swap in between them if you aren't using 2 transmitters. Now for the receivers, the LARK 150 will actually get you around 7 to 8 hours, which is pretty nice because I can just keep this on my camera all day and shut it off when I'm not using it. And for the Sennheiser system, you're only gonna get around 3 to 4 hours. So they were kind of just swapping roles here. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself what you would use the LARK 150 for. So now that you have a little bit of background of why I use the LARK 150, I'm gonna tell you why I use the Sennheiser. The LARK 150 kind of struggles when there is a lot of interference and you're an extended range away. I'm talking like 100 to 200 feet away. I would not trust the LARK 150 in a dense environment where there's a lot of interference, because in my testing, when I'm in those environments, it does clip a little bit. Now it's not a lot, but it definitely is noticeable. So that's when I would go to the AVX system over the LARK. Now, like I said, most of my stuff is close combat, close quarters. If you're within 50 to 100 feet, definitely use the LARK, because this thing is versatile. You clip it on your camera, you can see a digital readout, you can even adjust your levels right from the receiver itself, which is incredible because I can't do that on my AVX system. I can just have set profiles. This is a small form factor. You can charge up this case and plug everything in, and it's magnetic. So when you drop all this stuff in here, it actually begins charging right away. So that when I'm done shooting for a little bit or taking a break, I'll just take this stuff off and throw it in the case and forget about it because it's charging and it's reliable. If you're looking for a new wireless LAV system, don't look past the LARK 150, because I promise you once you pick it up, you're gonna be blown away by what you can do with it. And at its price point, around $329, I think it's definitely an easy grab for 2 channels of recording. Being able to swap between who you're shooting and getting crystal clear audio is a nice feature. I wish at longer ranges there wasn't so much interference, but you're gonna get that with any mic if you are in a high interference scenario. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, click that like button. Let me know your think down in the comments down below, and as always, subscribe if you're new, because I'm gonna be making some more stuff in the future. I'll have a link down in the description for these. Peace.